Hello everybody, welcome back to Cities Skylines with me, Biffa, here in Kettlebridge. We're just enjoying the Blighty Righty, as it was named, based on the Michigan left. Yes, we took the Michigan left and we turned it into the Blighty Righty, and it has been working fantastic. This junction down here was constantly chock-a-block with traffic all the way down the road there, all the way here, all the way up there, and it is working really, really well. Anyway, yes, I know how to pronounce Michigan. honestly. Anyway, moving on. Today we've got a big plan. We're getting ferries into our city. And if we sort of zoom out to this sort of view here, we've got leafing that we've started to build in this area here, which is going to expand down the coastline over to here and take in this sort of bay area here. So ferries are going to become used a lot for getting across this area, but I'd like to start off by setting them up to go all the way up here to our airport. So at the moment, if anybody wants to go from Leafing to the airport, they're going all the way around, catching a long train. We do have trains in here, don't we? Yes, we do. So we've got the train that goes up there, goes all the way along here, goes into that stop, then comes all the way around to over here somewhere. Yeah, so it's a very long train ride. But if we can get some ferries in there, that would be great. And that will set us up for future expansion as well. So I think, first of all, we're going to unlock some tiles. We've got 104 tiles that we can unlock. And we are basically just going to take all of these there. What's that? 25. Yep, thank you very much. And then we want these ones through the center here. So I'm going to grab those to give us some space to work on, and I'm going to grab that just because. There we go. Excellent. I'm not quite sure how we're going to hook up at that end, but we'll see when we get there. Oh dear, things aren't going well in town. Oh, thank goodness for that. I'm glad they put that one out. Hopefully they put it all out. Yes, there's 128 people living in there. Okay, anyway, back to over here again. So where are we? Here we are. Yes, so let's put in here our little thing. So if we go into here, we've got our harbour, and I'm thinking we're going to sort of pop it on the edge here, so it's not too far from the train station. It's sticking out a little bit, so it's not going to cause any noise pollution and that sort of thing for anybody that's living nearby. We probably could do with just shaping this piece of land up a bit. Yeah, so that's the sort of shape I'm looking to go for. We'll smooth some of this out a little bit later. But if we just sort of get this filled in. There we go. Nice and low to the water, which would be very handy. Let's pop a road in here. So if we just run this, let's have a look. Yeah, if we just sort of eyeball it and run that straight across there, taking off all of our snappings. How does that go? That is way too far back. Let's try that again. That looks a little bit more like it's going to work. Almost. It's saying that there's water on the ground. Let's just give that a second to leave. Oh, we found the spot that it'll work. There we go. We will pop that down there, and then we'll sort out the road round the back here in a moment. Excellent. So that's nicely connected to there. And then we're working our way up this way. And unfortunately, this is way too low to have anything coming underneath there. So at the moment, this will have to go. I don't think anyone's using it at the moment anyway. Thank you very much for bulldozing. There we go. Excellent. So what size lanes are we going to have coming off here? We've got the narrow seaway, which I think is going to be perfectly big enough for working down here. But we obviously need to get this through here. So let's do a little bit of road work, or I should say a little bit of water work under here as well. And we are going to lose these islands at the end. There we go. So we can definitely get through here. Excellent. That's good. That should be wide enough. Yeah, wide enough with a little bit of space as well. So we're going to just sort of pop that through there. Is that trees in the water that I see? It is. We'll get rid of those, don't worry. Let's connect this up. And then we're going to head over this way. Now, I'm just sort of thinking, where are we going to pop it down here? I don't really want to put it at the back, because you wouldn't imagine people coming all the way around the airport from the terminal area to come out the back to get on the ferries. But I'm trying to think of a spot where it could be quite handy. Let's just zoom out again and see what we've got available to us. So we can still build down here. And if we had it come up and sort of come around this way, then that could service these few islands around here, perhaps, because once you get into this area here, there's not much need unless you're bringing it straight across there. So I am thinking we're going to pop it over this side. Just wonder if we can repurpose this little piece of land over here. We'd sort of left it unfinished because we knew we were going to come back and do some work on it at some point. Let's just grab this and push this back along here and sort of try and level this out. And I reckon that should, well, if it was going to play nice, that would go in there. Maybe we just need a road to place this against. That's going to be far too far back, but we'll give it a go. We can always push the land back a little bit if needed. There we go. There is some leeway in there, so that's good. I don't mind that sort of stepping back a little bit like that. Excellent. And then we're going to need to buy, zoink, some squares down here. So maybe let's get all of those, and then we can just hook this up. There we go. Very good. And then as we go along, we can sort of move this along, move it away, work on it, all sorts of different things as we need to. And the power. Ah, yes, the power. I had a lot of comments about the way that I had my power system set up over here, making all sorts of ridiculous amounts of power for us. Let's take a very quick detour and sort this out. What we need to do is we need to take a big power line from our setup here and run it through the city. And I'm thinking, what better place to do that than alongside our highway that runs through the city. There we go. And for those that don't know, we've got the normal large power line there. If you press page up, you get an even bigger one. As far as I know, that doesn't take any more power or anything like that. It's just a visual thing. I'm going to run it down this side over here, and then we'll hook this thing up. Oh, it's an autosave. We'll have a quick sip of tea as well. Okay, there we go. Almost at the other end, so we'll leave that one there. And I think they look good. I like these large ones, and if we need to sort of move them as we start expanding, we can do that. Then I want to delete the ones that we've got connecting to the outside over here. So let's get rid of all of these. And a lot of these were connected to these transformer stations, so I'm going to leave those around because we're going to make use of those in a moment. Okay, there we go. That's all removed. It's worth keeping in mind that this whole place here looks like it's producing 4,178 megawatts altogether. We're only consuming less than 400. So at the minute, this one cable will cope with it all fine. Let us then connect this up over here somewhere. I think if we just run it off one of these cables that we've got here, let's turn on my snap 2s, then that should be perfectly fine. There we go. Excellent. And then we want to make sure that we've got enough transformers dotted around the place as well. So we've got a transformer over here, which should give us enough power for that area. We had 2 redundant transformers I've just removed from over there. I'm going to pop another one down here. I think actually we've got one here that's already got some power cables coming to it, so that should be good for that area. If we take a look at Biffington Springs, we've got one here and one there, and that's just our little dam that doesn't do anything, so we could connect up to those two. And what I'm going to do when I connect these up is I'm going to use the smaller of the two. There we go. Power connectors, power poles, whatever you want to call them. There we go, and that's going to pump 80 megawatts into there, and then we're going to sort of spread that out in a couple of places. There we go, another one over there. We've got one here, which is a little bit further away. We'll see if we don't have to use that one. I want to pop a transformer right at the end over here as well. There we go, that's the end of our power line. And then back over to the airport, we've got this one here that we can hook up. There we go. That should give power to this area. We'll find out in a second when we unpause and the whole city dies from the lack of power. I'm thinking maybe another one in here somewhere might be a good idea. Let's just take a look at the lie of the land. Yeah, it's all industrial and stuff over here, so I don't think there'll be any problem with adding another one there. So we can spread out our power use, and that can nicely... There we go. Very good. I'm hoping that that's spread out enough. If it isn't, we can branch off down here and add some more. And we've got this one down here. That is a long way for the power to come. I'm just wondering whether we should run another power cable. Do you know what? The ultimate test is basically to unpause and just see whether all these power symbols go away. So here's all okay. Yeah, getting all the power from this side over to down here is a problem. Okay, so let us branch off and run another major power cable this way. There we go. We'll just run another line down here. We've got one more transformer there, one more up at the end at leafing. And if we unpause, I believe everybody is happy with the power situation, apart from you because you're not hooked up yet. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Right. So we need now to work out about the bridge that's going to be going over the top here. What I'm thinking of is deleting some of this back to our highest point, which is over there. And we're going to have to build up this point over here as well. How high do we have to be to get over here? That is a very good question. We used the highway, and we used one of these, didn't we? 2-lane highway, 1-way suspension bridge. I want a 2-way. So we haven't got a 2-way, which means I'm going to have to run 2 of them, which is annoying. Okay, fair enough. We can always do that in parallel, can't we? Yeah, that's fine. So how high do we need to be? Let's see. Oh, it's going to put those pillars in the middle, isn't it? Unless we get over the pillars, that's still not high enough. Really? It's got to be this high? What? 200 meters is still not high enough to get over, even with these things spread far enough apart that they go, what the heck is going on? That is just nuts, isn't it? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hook these up so we can actually get a ferry under where the bridge is going to go, and then we can sort of line things up and just see just see how it's all going to work. I'm going to just hook those up to there. I'm just going to do a very, very simple road into there, nothing complicated, just to get the power and the water and the jobs and everything over here. You're complaining about lack of labor. There we go. Excellent. And then this one over here, oh, lots of buildings are dying off. Yeah, so we're going to see the city sort of balance itself out a little bit slowly over time. So we just have to see how things go. Bus line tool. No, let's get into the water one. So passenger ship line tool. If we go from there, whoa, another autosave, I think, all the way over to here, and then all the way back again. It'll let me do it. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. So that's going to hook up there. And then hopefully where we're going to see the boats appear from. Oh, it's complaining. Not connected to the outside connections. What? This building requires at least one line or route to an outside connection and back for vehicles to operate. Really? So I can't just have an internal network of ferries going backwards and forwards? Okay, weird. We've got a connection right here, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem to hook up. So let's just do that. There we go. That hooks up to the outside. Are you happy down here? You're still not happy down here. Is that because the game's paused? There we go. We unpause the game. Yep, there we go. You're happy. Excellent. I thought we could just do like internal ferries and that would be it. But no. Okay, let's wait for some ships to turn up, and here they come already. Excellent. So we've got no people on there, no people on there. So I suppose it's not ferries, is it? It's passenger ships. So that is basically the only options that we've got, isn't it? And then we've got the air one over there. Okay, that's fine. As long as they're still going to work. They don't look too tall, which is good. So we're going to sort of follow this one and then see how high the bridge needs to be. Guess you're not stopping there then. Okay, fine. And I guess you are. Was there something wrong? Was there something wrong with going in the way that I sort of set you to go? Because then you're going to swing it round again, aren't you? Okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. So I do want the bridge across here. So I'm just going to pause this guy when he gets in this sort of area here. Don't slow down just because thank you very much. There we go. Excellent. And then we can see really what sort of height we need over the top. And I am very much considering making this here something else. Where did I see the Golden Gate Bridge? Oh, we haven't got that one, have we? And this is probably, let's have a look around. I mean, this to me is probably as good a place as any to pop the bridge in. I'd like to just find out what the highest piece of land is. I think it's about here, isn't it, by the look of it? If we hooked into there and came out at 90 degrees and just literally hooked back into there again, it's not 90 degrees, I know, but we'll work on that bit. If we did that, yeah, we can see it's like catching through. Okay, let's do a little bit of work on the land. We'll get that there. We'll raise this bit up. Oh, no, don't want to place any water there, and that would not be good. Okay, ever so slightly raise that up. And then actually, before we go to the other side, I'm going to take that height and we're going to bring that. That is a big flipping jump, isn't it? Is that seriously the same height over there? Oh, it is as well. Good grief. Okay, that's fine. If we need to work with that, we will work with that. Okay, let's take it from there then, and we'll go straight across again. Is the boat cutting through it? It looks to me like it is. No, we got to go higher. I think we've got it. It's giving me errors and things, but I'm just going to use Anarchy and pop that in. And I think we've got it. Let's just have a look here and see whether that is going to clear. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Excellent. So we could go with that, which means that just looks... I mean, for Kettlebridge, having bridges like this is just what we're all about, isn't it? So why not? Let's do that. Which means then we need to do a little bit of work on the land over here, which I don't think should be too difficult. Okay, how is that looking? How is that looking? I don't think that is looking too bad, actually. That's not... Oh, that's a nice bit of road. And then we could smooth this bit out here. And that could then easily fit into this area. Yeah, we can work on that land. Yeah, that's okay. And then this bit here where that goes in, I mean, having that, to me, that actually should be in the water, shouldn't it? Yeah. I'll work on that a bit. That looks like it's been dug out a bit weirdly. We'll work on that. And then over here, yeah, this is where it's all going to have to change, isn't it? Because this is so super high up. I had no idea. I mean, we could just do the same. If we grab this one here, we could get that height. Let's go up again and then bring that from over here somewhere up like so. That'll do for starters. Then we'll grab our 6-lane road, hook that onto there. There we go. It doesn't have to go far to get low again. And then we could we just remove all of this? I mean, we could just do that, because then that gives us options to have roads to go underneath. And I mean, I don't think that looks too bad. I think that is a lovely extra bridge added to Kettlebridge. Right, so let's carry on setting this up. I am going to put an outside line from our passenger connection here. What city is that going out to? Is it going to tell me Rockmouth or Rockmouth? I'm sure it's pronounced like that. And then we're just going to go into there and back again. So that's going to bring some people in from the outside to this end of the city, which is good. And then, yeah, let's build up this over here a little bit. Excellent. So we want to help people get backwards and forwards from the train to the ferry. There were a lot of people walking over here. I think they've all walked, but they were walking to get across here. It's a long way to go. So why don't we just add a bus route in? If we add an EU bus shelter, let's have a look. So which side out is that going? Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put one each side, and then we're going to extend this little road here ever so slightly, like so, and then we're going to pop a teeny tiny roundabout on the end. Can I fit a slightly bigger one? There we go, just for helping the buses turn around. That looks good to me. And then we can easily run that all the way over to our bus. Yeah, there we go, all the way over to our bus station. So let's do that. This is the one that goes out, and we'll just make this a simple loop to there. Yep, there we go. Yep, wasn't doing it for some reason. Then to there, then around to there. Excellent, very good. Then if we have a look at that transport line, which is going to be line 13, I think. Yep, there we go. I've got the mod installed, transport line adjuster, which instead of putting a percentage here, now puts numbers here instead. So if we want to go down to one bus for something as quick as this, we can do so. I'm just going to leave it as the standard bus. Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. And that will just run backwards and forwards with no problem shuttling people there. Excellent. We do have some parking in here, but I'm just wondering whether we could beautify this a little bit with some sort of park setup. Okay, what could we add in here? Let's just maybe remove the trees that we've got in here at the moment and just sort of tidy some things up. If we go that and go that, and we should be able to get rid of these. We'll up this to 100%, so that will help as well. So I think we're going to go with the large plaza, and then using our extra landscaping tools, we can extend this sort of grass setup that we've got here. I'm just wondering, actually, let's plop this in. Is this going to line up the same? Let's just go from there to there to there and back again. I mean, it's going to be so near that you're not really going to notice, is it? Excellent. Okay, well, let me just fill in this gap over here, and I tend to just pop it underneath like that, and that just works nicely. Yeah, I don't think we need to go anything too complicated down here. That will do. And then we can use this little area here for some service buildings. I believe we have absolutely no post office connection stuff going on down here. So let's just face that one down there like that. Excellent. Is there anything else that we need? Let's have a look. We've got police coverage. We've got fire coverage. We've got trash coverage is fine. We've got medical coverage. And we've got crematorium coverage. Excellent. So then it's just the schools to check. We've got plenty of schools, The balance on how many students there are going to schools and the elementary school numbers are going to be dropping down quite a lot. Which reminds me, while they're sorting some things out there, please don't tell me this is traffic down here. Traffic jam. Traffic jam. No, you're an accident. Why are you a traffic jam over here? This little junction. Oh, it's because there's been an accident. All right, okay. Well, we'll ignore that, ignore that. Yeah, we had all of these plopped in up here. So that one's still filled, that one's still filled, that one's still filled. Eventually, that is going to go down because it's been sort of sorted out. So, yep, we'll leave that as it is. Excellent. We'll come back over here. What else could we use this space for? We could also try and help them with their internet coverage, which is non-existent over here. A small one of these just popped in somewhere. I don't know why it doesn't let me place it up against that road. That is rather weird. Okay, let's add a little side road in. We'll go for one of these. I can't even place a side road up against there. Okay, well, we've got the Anarchy mod, so I can do what I like. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll just pop one of these back here. Let's have a look. I mean, reasonable coverage. What we're going to do is we're going to just add that on and add that on. And hopefully, I've got to hold this over here, otherwise yeah, most of it is covered in green, and we've got a bit of orange as well. Slight change. We are going to move this and all its upgrades to down here next to the post office. We'll try that again. We're going to move this down here next to the post office. There we go. Excellent. And then we're going to use this little space here for a sports park. We're just going to bring that out a little bit further. And I reckon we could squeeze in here one of these. Yes, excellent. A soccer field, very good. And that's sort of far enough away for the noise, but near enough that we'll actually get a load of people coming over here, which I think would be nice. And then maybe we could just add a little bit of extra parking in here. I don't think we're going to need too much, considering how close it is to everything. That fits in there perfectly. Look at that. Very good, very good. And then maybe we could add... I'm just wondering whether we want to carry this on along the front here or not. Need to dig that dirt down just to sort of tidy up along here. Although it is nice to have a little bit of a beachfront, so maybe we'll leave it like it is. Let's maybe add some walking paths in here so people can get around easier. I don't know why it's not adding a crossing into there, which is rather weird, but we do have the crossings over here, so I think we'll just have to go with what it's letting us have, and then we'll just sort of swing that around, bring that into there. If that lets me. Overlapping items. Not when you've got anarchy. And then we could even just run that along here as well. There we go. Just to help people get around. You can get over here to the park. Excellent. And then maybe we could just replace this down so it hasn't got any issues. Still got issues. Why do you have issues? No pedestrian access. Old game, you're going to be the death of me. I think it's because I've put this here. Yeah, there we go, all sorted. I moved this over. I don't think it liked the fact it was overlapping, even though I quite like the road going down there, but there we go. All the post office vans are heading out to get the post, which is great, just what we want. Let's just have a little look at this area here. I feel like this just needs smoothing out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I think that's looking good. I've got a little bit of a space here. We'll have a think what we could pop into that space, but I'm liking the way that that is looking. Maybe we could fit in a small park of some description. I know these say large in the name, but they're not that big. They're too big for us, though. Maybe a small little park, a small plaza. There we go. We pop that off so we can see what we're doing. And I think if we anarchy that in, there we go. Not too bad, is it? I like that. Good. Okay. Now, I'd like to come over to this little sliver of land here on the other side of the river for leafing. We've got all the farming here, which is good, but I'd like to put some housing in here. I'm thinking particularly this spot that we've got here would be very good for some row housing. Now, let's just maybe mark this out first of all and see how this is going to work. We're going to take the normal road. And I don't want to make the row housing too big. And I've got no problem with it sort of backing up against the highway a little bit. If it went like that, let's go back one. So we could have 2 deep with a gap of 1 before we get to our highway style road, or it's the road off the highway, isn't it? And do something like that. How far could that come down? So that could build out to there. Let me just mark out some roads and just sort of see what we think. Yeah, just thinking something like this. So 4 wide on each side. Now, why did these draw in okay, but this one doesn't? I get more and more frustrated with the little idiosyncrasies of things the further I go on. And what I was thinking of doing with this one is swinging this one around. I'm on cold and flu medicine today as well, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit more grumpy than normal. I know those 2 junctions are quite close, but I don't think that's going to be an issue unless, actually, no, let's go back. We're going to change it and bring it a little bit further down. And I'd like to remove the zoning off of all of this side down here. We do have our zoning adjuster tool. I don't always find it necessarily the easiest thing to use. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to upgrade these to have a key wall on the side. So if we go for like that, and we just run that from that side all the way down to there, there we go. And that removes the zoning, and we can leave that like that if we wish. We can remove it later. It honestly really doesn't make any difference. There we go. We'll bring that into there like that, and then I think we'll have our connection down here. There we go. I think we'll just go with something like this for now. We're going to add some sort of park up there and just see how it goes. And then if we take our... I'm wondering whether we could just pop in some American style ones over here and just see what they look like to go in this area. Let's just go like this along here and just see whether this will sort of fit the aesthetic that we've got going on. These I've done... I've measured out all these roads and I've done this one further back than I've done the rest. Let me just adjust this. There we go. They're growing in. I've got these equally spaced. And as you can see, I put key walls either side of these. And I like the little aesthetic there of the path, which is quite with the fence, which is along there. And it also fits along this side well, where the ground dips down. I quite like that. Let's have a look at what's going on over here. You're taking your time. So let's speed things up a moment and see if we can get these all popping in. Well, people are turning up. They're wandering around outside because there's no buildings yet to live in. But I think they're going to appear any second now. Now, oh, there we go. Excellent there, popping in. Very good. So let's just have a look at these once they're in. And I know they're marked as sort of American, North American style, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't see something like this in the UK as well. So I think we are going to keep them. Which means, as these are growing in, we've got plenty of demand. I don't know why these ones here aren't growing. So we are going to fill in all the rest and then see how many people we get living here. Yeah, they're filling up nicely. We can carry on down there if we want. So I'm also thinking that we could put some sort of park up the end here. And where's the nearest school? We did look at this before, didn't we? I can't remember where it is. Oh, we've got research as well. Oh, there we go. It's not very far. So that's an elementary school. Oh, option for a nice little path across here. This is actually got a crossing there. Nice short little way across here. Yeah. Why don't we use one of these nice cable stayed bridges like that? I think that looks good. Excellent. Hopefully we'll get lots of people using that. Oh, it's just filling up nicely. I'm loving the look of these with the little fronts on as well. I think that looks good. I like those. Okay. We've got some solar panels on the roof. Is that like an upgraded version of the house? So what's that? That's version 1. That's level 1 as well. Okay, fine. Let's pop in some sort of park area over here, which probably means if we can join these roads together with like an alley or something without destroying anything. Could we go a little bit further out and do that? No. Okay, let's just extend these. Oh, please don't mess everything up. If this messes everything up, I'm going to cry. Yeah, we're fine. We've got some complaints about high rents. Don't think... Oh, wretched, modest household wealth. Okay, maybe once you start working, we'll get some better wealth into your household and you'll be happier. Let's just connect all of that together nice and flat. That's good. And then we could pop in a nice... I'm thinking a nice small park and then like a dog park as well for over here. Yep, for some reason you can't live there. And now you're saying you can't live there. Oh, you can. You've changed your mind. What about you? Have you got issues? You don't have issues. Excellent. Now you... No. Whoa. Everybody, relax. No. Oh, hang on. No, hey. Whoa. Oh. What the heck? What are you doing? Yeah, okay, I think they've all relaxed. They've all taken a deep breath. Okay, excellent. Right, along the back here... Oh, click the wrong one. Is anybody keeping count on that? We want to get a nice row of very thick... I'm going to do adult... Stop. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Come on now. Stop. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm just going to let them continue freaking out and... see what happens. I don't know why no houses have built in here because it's all connected to the road. It's all fine. You could fill that in, no problem, but they're not liking it. I'm wondering actually now I say that whether the zoning's from this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop a key wall in there. There we go. That's what it was. Excellent. Okay, we're sorted. I'm going to pop a key wall in the other side there and there just to stop the zoning. Cool. And then we're going to get some of these fir trees in a nice line. And I want them nice and tight and close as well. What does 10 meters look like? Let's have them closer. 8 meters, 6 meters, I think, is going to be the thing. Yep, and we're going to run that all the way along the back. Actually, if I could fit them in there, let's anarchy them in there. Yeah, all the way along the back of their houses to the end to block the sound. And we're going to just sort of continue that along here, and then we're going to mix it in with some of the other houses. Actually, if I hold shift, I've been told we could do that and it will continue. Oh, look at that. I let go of shift by mistake. No, it's still going. Is it going to continue? Do I need to keep holding shift or are we good? Yes, I need to continue holding shift. But then I can't move with my up, down, left and right key. Okay, well, we'll go with that anyway. That's fine. So we've got this nice little park area and then we'll pop this path as a wiggly little walking around path over here around the trees. Then we'll just go for a couple of oak trees sort of dotted around to fill in this nice park area like that. And now they're all going. Oh, for goodness sake. It's all zoned in. You're fine. Stop freaking out, please. Because you're making my life a misery. Please build. Please build. You know you want to. But I'm liking, actually, the idea of this over here. Adding a lot more people in. What are we up to? Nearly 95,000 people. I am actually thinking, let's have a look at the land value as well, because that is something else. Where is it? It's this one here. That's also been adjusted in the game. So high is blue. So that is pretty high, isn't it, down here? And building colour high as well. Let's have a look over here. Much higher. Which on one hand is good. On the other hand, it's not making anything any more affordable, isn't it? All these houses over here, the low density houses, the land value is low, very low. And over here, this thing is still broken. Building Fountain Plaza, low land value, but it doesn't affect anything around it. So that is still all high. So why is it that we're getting very low land value? I think, you know, that's been tweaked. So it is a lower land value when it is a smaller residential house, smaller density residential house, which makes it a little bit more affordable. So maybe over time we'll stop seeing all of these high rent warnings everywhere. Are we seeing less? Question mark. I don't know. We'll find out. Right. I feel like I now want to fill the rest of this in with these houses as well and hope that these ones will fill back in again. There we go. I think we're okay. I've rezoned and things are looking like they're working good, which is what I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to zone up all of these, get these to grow in, maybe pop a couple of paths and things in here to help with, yep, sorting out our zoning in different places. We could even just bring that across here, couldn't we? And add a crossing in. I don't see why not, to help people get over there. And then we'll just, yeah, fill all this up and see how it goes. Yeah, I think possibly there's a little issue with one of the mods. I haven't quite been updated for the new patch yet, but to be honest, that's par for the course, isn't it, whenever there's an update in the game. So we'll go with that. I'm just thinking of running a line of trees down here as well, just to sort of, again, block the noise. It's only a farm, isn't it? So I think we'll be okay. I'm going to hold shift as I put this in. Then hopefully it will continue. It will, but it doesn't continue around the corner. So if I let go, if I right click and have to do it again. Yeah, something doesn't quite seem right with that. But anyway, we'll go with what we've got. Yeah, there we go. That's looking fine. And then this little bit here, I am just thinking we could do a little something here. Maybe again, a little park. If we take off that on that side. No, we're not getting any zoning there, are we? So let's just run a little path down there. I'm like holding my breath, waiting for something to freak out and not want to be zoned anymore. But I think we're okay. And maybe just a small little park on here. If we just take off the snapping, we can sort of pull that back a bit and do that. And then we'll just get rid of these, get rid of that. Is that connected? Yeah, it's connected. Okay. And then we just add... not this one. Oh, click the wrong one again. I want the oak trees. We'll just add like a couple of little oak trees in there. And then a couple of alders along the back. No, they're not going to fit in. A couple of these. Yeah, this will do. There we go. Something like that. It's very busy. Lots of people coming and going. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. We could connect up some of our paths along here as well. Help people get around. Yeah, it's not going to connect there because we've got the key wall, isn't it, for the zoning. This is okay. Lots of people have been using this anyway to come across to the school and get to the other side. Traffic isn't bad. So I'm quite pleased with that. What are we up to, actually? 96,000. Some complaining about the land value. Pretty sure we don't have a welfare office. Let's have a look. No welfare office at all. Is that going to fit in here? Oh, it's far too big, isn't it? Could it just fit over this side if we manage to just add in a secondary road here? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place it there, and then we're going to just run a road along the back and then turn it round. There we go, like that. So that's going to cover the whole area. Boom, 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 boom. We have a look in here. Yeah, everybody's a lot happier. Hopefully that will help with the rent issues, and then we can just do a little bit of decorating with a nice little tree brush along here. Anarchy's off. Let's make that a bit smaller. Just put a few bits and pieces along there. What about some along the front here where we're heading into where the water is? I think that'll look good. And then we've got this little space at the end over here. There we go. Excellent. What could we do with that? Yeah, I think maybe we'll leave that for now. See what we might need in the future. We've got a little bit of space here we can expand into, but I'm loving the way this looks. And I'm loving this style of house as well. I think that fits in really well with our farm, with our main city in the background. Let me know what you think as well. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been a bit of all sorts of things today. Yep, I'm under the cold and flu medication again. Oh, what a surprise. So my brain's all over the place. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. If you have, leave a like. Be sure to check out Timberborn is doing really well, my Saturday series. And if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, you can also enjoy Satisfaction over there as well. No, not Satisfaction. Well, I'll be satisfied. You get Satisfactory. Different thing altogether. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.